How you doing? Eric, back with you with the Air Leaf suspension. We jumped forward a little bit after we showed you how to hang the F bracket. We did complete the brackets, but I'll be skipping back and forth a little bit here for you. I'll show you or tell you how we got to that point. All right, after you hang your F brackets, you want to dump your air. Make sure it's all the way down. We have 3/4 blocks that we put on the tires. That prevents the fenders from getting into the tires from getting into the fenders when you're aired down. Also, what we do for your middle bracket, you don't want to make it on the bracket. You attach it to the bottom of the fender like we have here. That positions it in the right place for when you put the fender on, you know where the bracket's going to hit. Let me take this off real quick. The other thing we did is we notch out the fenders. Come about 3.5 inches from the bottom. Did that on the front and rear. I'm gonna get Billy to help me. We're gonna set this fender up. I'm going to backtrack a little bit just because before we had the horizontal bars on, what we did was we took a stick. I have a 0.8-inch long, 1.5 inches by 3/4. It's just a little bit easier dealing with that than an actual piece of pipe. We laid it on the inside of the fender here, and we determined where it was going to hit, either if it was going to be straight on or one over on your downpipe. After we did that, we mark it, put an X, put an arrow which way it's going to be facing, and take them back off and weld them and put them back on. Then what we did, you can see the plates that were on there before we put them on. Once we put the fender on, we just come from the back side with the marker and go through the slots of the plate. Mark it on the fender. That's how you know where your holes are going to be. It's sitting on there. Your plates are going to line up. Make sure you're level. Make sure you're centered. And pull it out. Make sure you're centered on your tires. You can see obviously you've already drilled the holes, so now all you have left to do is take your bolts and bolt up your fender. We also added on this crossbars, so you'll see on the little L brackets that are welded onto your brackets with the holes in them, and you'll have extra pipe, thin wall pipe. You'll have to cut that to length and hold it up there and mark it from the back side and drill those holes out, and that gives you extra support for your brackets. Do that in the front and rear. If you have any questions, if I wasn't specific enough or you got lost a little bit, feel free to call us up at Talladega Fiberglass and talk to Tony or Mike. They're usually around. They're going to be answering the phone for you. Tammy, she'll usually answer if one of the guys aren't around, and she'll come get me if you need any questions answered. So good luck.